The rabbi is going to say a few words.
Good luck, everyone. I was asked by Larry last week, 2 weeks ago, to say a couple of words, and it's truly an honor for me to come here and to participate and to share the simcha and to greet you. And I promise you, it will only be a couple of words. The Talmud tells us, Rabbi Elimelech Silberberg, the great sage of Meir, would analyze the nature of a person's mission in life, by analyzing the person's name. There's something to a name. We believe when a person is given a name, it is a special spirit of inspiration, of prophecy that God gives a parent when they give a person a name. And when Larry told me a bit about the wonderful nature of his father, I asked him what's his father's name, and his father's name is Yaakov. And the Talmud tells us, or the Torah tells us, that Yaakov itself, we know, is the third of the patriarchs, and Yaakov really had two names. One name was Israel, and the other name was Yaakov. And in our teachings of Torah, they explain the difference between these two types of people, the Yaakov and the Israel. And what is explained is that Yaakov represents that individual who has to struggle, who has to fight, who's always involved in the struggle of life. Whereas Yisrael is Kisarisa Umakim. Yisrael is a person who is past the struggle, a person who has tranquility, a person who is in total control. But Yaakov represents that individual who has to struggle. In this week's Torah portion, it talks about the flood and the struggle of Noah to remain above water. And in the Torah itself, specifically in Tanakh, when it talks about Noah and it talks about the flood waters are called Mei Noach, waters of tranquility. I mentioned today in the Shabbos services that there are many things in life that seem to be a struggle, and certainly are a struggle, and seem to be stumbling blocks in a person's way. When a person is able to face the challenges, that person realizes that all these stumbling blocks are really not stumbling blocks, but rather stepping stones. Yaakov was a person who had to struggle. I do understand from Larry that his father was a very great person in the fact that he faced all of his challenges, all the struggles in life in a very positive way. So when we talk about Yaakov, Yaakov was a person also who struggled, not just struggled, but as we're going to see in a couple of parshas from now, he was a person who struggled with the angel, so to say, with the angel of death, a person who also had problems, all different types of problems with his feet, but he struggled and he persevered and he was successful. I'd like to wish you a mazel tov. I'd like to salute you for giving to the world some very lovely children. And one of them that I've had the opportunity not just to know, but who was a president of our Torah Center, a person, Baruch Hashem, we have a Torah Center in West Bloomfield that has a number of many people participating. But there are certain people who participate more than others and who give themselves more than others. One of those is your son, who has been a helping hand in our center and spreading Judaism throughout the West Bloomfield area, throughout the suburbs. And I salute you and I thank you for giving me and giving West Bloomfield and giving our shul such a son and all of your other children. HaKadosh Baruch Hu shall help you to live to 120 and to continue the struggle of life and to overcome and to endure just as we have up until now. And Yetz Hashem to the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu speedily in our time. Mazel tov to you.